Tere, this is another informational video about the Estonian entrepreneurship ecosystem. As you can see on the screen, this is a free website by the name Invest in Estonia. It's a very useful website, highly relevant for those looking for investments in Estonia, whether in the manufacturing sector, whether from a trade point of view or from a services point of view. So in this particular brief video, I'm just going to show you certain key features of this particular website. And then in the subsequent videos, we will be basically looking at each of the sectors which have been identified, basically which have a lot of incentives for overseas investment or entrepreneurs from outside Estonia who are looking to make investments in Estonia, who are looking to basically collaborate, work with Estonia, do business in Estonia. So this is Invest in Estonia website, as you can see on the screen. And on the top side, opportunities, business in Estonia, compare, regions, news and events, contact us. The best part is that everything which an entrepreneur looks forward to, whether it's from a compliance point of view, what are the entry requirements in terms of how to set up a company, what are the government guidelines from the Estonian government in terms of foreign investment, all this information has been basically made available on this particular website. So first, the most important one, which in this brief video I want to show, is the opportunities, because the main focus of this not-for-profit digital platform is how to help Estonian businesses diversify, go international, get procurement opportunities both within Estonia, in the EU, Baltic, Nordic, as well as international. Similarly, for those who are looking to invest in Estonia, which leads to creation of job, which helps the small business in Estonia, and which helps to basically create capital wealth within Estonia. So what are the which are the sectors in which there are a lot of incentives, and basically you have a lot of ecosystem from the government which is available, which is very supportive, which is very facilitative, which we call the ease of doing business. So you have the cyber security, defense, IT, research and development, software, hardware, clean tech and green tech. These are the domains. These are the sectors in which the Estonian government is asking international investors, international companies, international businesses, international startups, international entrepreneurs. They are welcoming them. Come to Estonia, and you can see in these particular sector what all incentives are there. Then you have the energy, food, fintech, e-commerce, business services, blockchain, e-health, electronics, Internet of Things, mechatronics, logistics, industrial R&D, bioeconomy, timber, smart cities, marine industries, chemicals, mechanical engineering, risk capital, and then you have certain news and event, which is on a dynamic basis, which keeps on getting updated. So I'm just in this video focusing upon these particular domains. So if suppose, for example, I have to basically select the fintech sector. So I click on the fintech sector, and once it opens, then basically you can see all the advantages. You have the advantages. What are the advantages of making an investment in the fintech sector? Then basically how many fintechs are there? There are 80 fintechs which are there. What is an overview? This provides you a complete overview of the fintech sector. Then you have the cryptocurrencies, the what is the taxation aspects of that, how to get the licenses for that, what are the rules and regulations for that. Then there are certain use cases like the case studies which are there, success stories in the Estonian fintech sector. So in this way, for each of the sectors, you can get to know what are the advantages, what are the regulatory requirements, how you can go about, like basically if you want to work in that particular sector, invest in that particular sector. Let me look at another one, is the business services, pretty like back offices. So if you want to outsource your accounting work or your financial reporting, your taxation work, your routine processes, then this is why Estonia is a preferred destination for you. So you have 90 plus shared services centers. It has created an employment of 10,000 plus. sector started in the 1990s, and you can see the advantages: high quality human capital, advanced IT platform, long term reputation, ease of doing business. Then you have the overview of this particular sector, the BPO sector. You have the related news. You have the success stories, the case study like the ABB, Stora Enso is there, EU LISA, then NATO cooperative cyber defense sector. So this is like for this particular sector, you can get all the information. Now looking at the business in Estonia, Estonia means business. Modern industry is embracing Estonia's top tier talent pool, smooth business environment, and world's best tech system. Discover the true ease of doing business. You can also see this particular like getting validated from the e-residency. We will be having a like a video on that e-residency also. Digitally, if you are out of Estonia, maybe you are in European Union or internationally, you can apply for e-residency, and digitally, while being outside Estonia, you can set up your company. If you recall, I have shown you in one of the videos about how to set up a FIA company, and I have also recommended that the best way to start your entrepreneur journey at a micro level, tiny level in Estonia is to set up a FIA company. And the requirements for that is you need to have a personal ID, which you can basically have once you apply for the e-residency, and you need to have a local business address. How to get that business address? That again, we will be basically as part of the mentoring support of this digital platform. I'll be making all this particular like information and all these particular services available to you. So Estonia means business. Key opportunities, these are the sectors which we have just seen. Establishing a company, here we are talking about how to form a company. Here we are talking about the taxation like the corporate tax, value added tax, personal tax, property tax, how you can file your e-tax. Then about the labor market. Then what are the incentives, what are the grants, what are the funding which are available? What is the banking ecosystem, how to open a bank account in Estonia from the banks, what kind of a business support services are available in terms of business loans. Similarly, I have seen a unique service offering which is very appreciable, like one of the banks in Estonia, SEB Bank or the Lave Bank. They offer a lot of entrepreneur support, like in terms of business mentoring, in terms of business plan preparation. So a lot of infrastructure support is there in terms of facilitating investments in Estonia. So infrastructure, which I just talk about, digital infrastructure, utilities, transport infrastructure is very good. There is a very excellent connectivity across Estonia through their local Elron. Then you have the legal system. Again, I had made a small business about it, that as a business, how you can basically benefit from a digital legal system. First of all, the legal system is so robust, so transparent, and so justice oriented that it preempts anyone from being unethical. So that acts as a deterrent. So you will not have scenarios where you may have some issues in terms of collecting of your invoice, or in terms of products which have been supplied to you are defective and you are not able to recover the payment made. So first of all, that scenario doesn't happen because there is a very robust legal system. And if at all that happens, then how to basically seek legal remedy. So that is also their research and education, Estonian economy, coming and living, and the useful links. So I'll be discussing all these in separate videos. Initially, in the initial phase of this not-for-profit digital platform, the idea is to tell you which all free resources are available to you, which you can look at your own. But again, just to help and to guide small, micro, tiny businesses, MTU in Estonia, I'll be covering them in detail. All these particular like how you can benefit from this ecosystem. So opportunities, business in Estonia. Then there is a compare section is there. This is an excellent tool which is there. In this, you can compare how Estonia. So saying is that Estonia is the most ease of doing destination for international investor. But how does it compare? So these are the countries for comparison: Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, UK, France, Luxembourg, Belgium. Suppose I select the Baltic neighbors of Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, I unselect, UK, I unselect. So if you see, There are different dimensions. Compare Estonia's investment attractiveness. So how does Estonia has a score of 100 by 100? Latvia has a score of 58 by 100, and then Lithuania also has a score of 58 by 100. Similarly, on different dimensions, you can get to see labor force. Estonia, again, you can see average labor cost euros per hour in Estonia is 18.3. Average labor cost in Latvia, it's 13.5. Average labor cost in Lithuania, it's 14.7. But the best part is that you are able to get highly skilled labor force. Estonia's key asset in human resources are strong IT skills, good knowledge of foreign language, high quality vocational and higher education, liberal legislation, and an entrepreneurial mindset. Then you have the tax environment. Estonia has a, let us see, like, so taxation score is 100 by 100 in terms of ease of taxation. It's for Latvia, it's 50 by 100. For Lithuania, it is 33 by 100. So sometimes what happens, you have to see on a holistic basis. You may find that maybe certain other economies are offering certain incentives which may be not available in Estonia, or maybe less. But if you see on a totality basis, then maybe you end up spending a lot of money in terms of your operational expenses, in terms of filing your tax returns, taxation aspect. But those get offset when you see a score of 100 by 100 in terms of ease of doing taxation. So if you see on a totality basis, like all these dimensions, political and financial risk, compare Estonia's infrastructure. So Estonia ranks again 100 by 100, Lithuania is 78 by 100, Latvia is 76 by 100. And if I click on this, it shows you that score. So we have seen the opportunities business, compare regions. Let us look at it. Find your region. Estonia is so compact that you will always be at the heart of action. Explore the different regions and their distinct advantages for your business. So North Estonia, now within Estonia, they have provided you complete infrastructure which is available, the entrepreneurship ecosystem which is available in North Estonia, South Estonia, West Estonia, East Estonia, and the capital city of Tallinn, and they have identified on the map also. Then there are news and events. October 6, Estonian held tech to showcase innovations in London. How Neo Magnet factory powers Europe green transition in Estonia. Two Estonian startup excel in NATO's defense innovation accelerator. How one ambitious bet on Estonia paid off with 100 high-tech jobs. So you can see all this particular, and another important information, you have a request for e-consulting. You can have an online, you can basically, it's a free service which is available. You can mention your name, company, your position, business people, what kind of an interest is basically you have, like investing, establishing a company, export and trade, visas and residence permit, taxation, working in Estonia, other. So all this aspect, you if you submit, then you can basically get an e-consultancy in regard to your business inquiries. Now, if you compare, that is what I was speaking about, that on a totality basis, for these kind of consultancies in many of the countries, you have to hire consultants, you have to hire big consultancy firms, you end up paying a lot of, like in terms of feasibility studies, in terms of like your queries about the transfer pricing, international taxation. So all these services are available through this e-consulting free of cost, and it comes from an accredited government source. So you have that particular, like that the advice which you are getting is valid, is latest, is up to date, and is accurate. Then there are certain frequently asked questions: how to invest in Estonia, what will happen when I submit the request for e-consulting, how to establish a company in Estonia, how much does it cost to establish a company, what to do if I need a visa, residence permit, how to find a job in Estonia, how to look for labor from Estonia, what is the tax environment like in Estonia, what is the cryptocurrency regulation like in Estonia, what are virtual investment visits, what tool to use to compare Estonia to neighbors. So this kind of another e-consulting service is available, and these are the consultants which are there to help you. Then we have seen this also. News and events I've already spoken about. I have also spoken about how you can go for an e-consultation. And this is the Estonian Investment Agency. Get in touch. Okay, you can write an email to them also. So I will be, then you have a chatbot also. You can talk to the chatbot. And so within the Invest in Estonia, you have a team of 30 plus dedicated professionals. They have a global locations of 10 plus global locations. I can recall that recently in the year 2025, Estonia has set up a Invest in Estonia hub in US, and just to basically familiarize the US entrepreneurs, what kind of an investment facilitation support, what kind of an entrepreneurship ecosystem, ease of taxation, ease of doing business in Estonia is available. So 2020 to 2023, the best investment promotion agency award has been given to Invest in Estonia. So I hope you found this brief overview video on the Invest in Estonia, which is in continuation of supporting, facilitating entrepreneurship in Estonia. Thank you for viewing. Aitam.